Now I'll give you an example. You have gone to show, someone has gone to Kampala to shop. You have gone to Kampala for shopping. And you have gone with money worth 2 million. Hmm? But you said you thought, but I think since I've got a chance to come to Kampala, I think I should go at some club and have a night there. When you reach that club, you also find there some beautiful young girl. You know, these ones who are going half naked these days.
Yeah.
She tells you some 100,000. By the time by the end of the day, your total expenditure is already 300 or 400. But you went with the capital of 2 million.
And it was not even supposed to be part of the the money you were supposed to spend. And you've spent it.
It was not even in your budget.
Yeah.
Now with you who's carrying 2 million to go for shopping, you already spending.
You now have 1.7.
You have now 1.7. Now, even if you try to hike the prices, it will be hard for you to make a cover. So that trip will have been wasted. So in business, ensure that you provide the material or you provide your goods or services at the cheapest price possible, where you will also be able to earn a profit. Because what is important in business is the markup. That profit is what we need in the business. So if you become extravagant, you will at the end of it assume to sell your things highly because you incurred many expenses. But now, are you the only person in the market? That's not the challenge. So you have to minimize your expenses at whatever it is to ensure that when you are calculating now you are selling price, it will be favorable for the customers. And you will be competing in the market. That's what is very important. You ensure that all unnecessary expenses are cut to the most minimum. So you will compete in the market and then you will grow.
So would you would you advise someone to go for a loan and start a business?
Actually, I will strongly say no. That one is a stronger big no, because as I told you, starting a business is like a woman who gets pregnant. So you cannot start to get dowry from a baby who's still in the womb, whom even you don't know whether this baby will be a boy or a girl, and if it's a girl, whether she will be beautiful or not. Then you start saying, please give me dowry. My wife is already pregnant. That's the kind of thing you will be doing. You know, you cannot, even if your business has grown, it is not good to go for a loan above 50% of your business. Because in actual sense, for you have no business. You are working for the bank. People these days are running for these microfinances. They are running for at least the circle money. Circle money is okay because you are already a member of that circle. So any profit you are making, you also it is contributing to the income of the circle. So it's another business. You are actually working for that circle where you are already a member. But these microfinances, the banks only go there to support your business. You have a capital of say 2 billion. You feel you have now got more customers. Your capital, if you assume if I would add in like 1 million, I think my business, I have the customers. Then you can go and get 1 million and you put it there. Get 1 million, put it there, and you will see as you widen your market. But starting from a loan, I don't think it can work. That's why you see many people who have started with loan have ended up with nothing, because you get this loan, immediately the next month you start paying. So what will be the profit?
You've not even started getting the profit.
You have not got to realize the profit. Then you are already, by the time you finish paying the loan, there is no more business. That's why if you have started with a loan, that means you will never run a business without a loan, and therefore you are just you are just a worker of the bank.
You are an employee of the bank.
You are just an employee of the bank.
They give you the money, you work for them, and then you take it back.
And indirectly you just that is it. Don't borrow. Don't go and get a loan above 50% of your business. I don't advise that.
And then there is always talk of it's unnecessary to go to school. After all, the people who are rich, who are doing well, even never went to school. Would you buy into that?
I think that one I already hinted on it. I said, if you want to do a business that you understand very well. And I talked of understanding the business needs skill and knowledge. Meaning knowledge is key.
Yeah.
And you are going to get this knowledge or the skill from school. Or from, it may not be directly from a school or from a friend.
Yeah.
Now, the truth of the matter is, I have not seen, and unless you know of any, like if you can take an example of Ndugu, doing very well in Ndugu and has not gone to school. Who? No, some people just say, even going to school is wasting of time. What? Can you give me example of someone who is very well and has not gone to school? You cannot run a business without knowledge of that business. So going school widens your mind.
Yeah.
So strongly support, please. Let's take our children to school, but also let us not take them to school for this. For let us not always think about having masters, having bachelors, PhDs. No, what is important is have you got the knowledge enable you work, enable you do the business you want to do. That's what is enough.
Yeah.
That's what is enough. But not thinking of too much education. Yeah. Then you think you are forbidden to being rich. No, education means getting the skill and the knowledge of what you intend to do. Finished. Period. Then you start doing it. You can grow with it.
So, what advice would you give to the youth, the young generation at this moment?
Currently, by the way, do you know that something I have to remind you? While me, I was in my primary 5, primary 6, up to senior 2, senior 3. Someone who would finish primary teacher who would finish at BTC, Bunduki Teachers College, immediately would be adopted for a job. Someone who would finish from the university, people would go and pick them at Makerere. By the time they sit their last papers, even before the results are out, they're already being booked into different offices. But things have changed, my brother. Things have changed. Now we have people who have finished 10 years on the street.
Yeah.
After graduating from college, after graduating from, they have masters, they have degrees, hey, they have nowhere.
Yeah.
They are still there wondering what to do. The advice I give to the youth is mind about what you want in the future and pursue that. Study, incline your studies towards that. If you feel you want to be an engineer, better start it at a lower level. Go for a craft course, go for a diploma course, then you can go for a degree course. Because now you realize that we have one district engineer in the whole district. He runs the whole entire district. One like this. But how many people are studying to be engineers?
Very many.
Very many. So, but how many people are required for construction sites?
Very many.
Those are very many. So you will find one site like this. Someone building one site. He needs over 10 masons. Over 10 masons. But now the problem is everyone is struggling for the highest job. Which highest job has only one position. Are you getting? Yeah. So let us think outside the box. Let us not remove the ideology of being job thinkers from our mind. Then we go with a new innovation mind of being job makers. Start the thinking, what can I do to create jobs for others? That one you are smart.
Yeah.
So that you incline yourself, you focus on do that what you want to be. I think for me, if I can be a mason, From there, I can make concrete blocks. From there, I can do this. Now, like for example, bricks are not very expensive.
Yeah.
A brick,
That is
500,
500 now.
500.
Yeah.
And what annoys me, even if you buy the 500, you will send the counter. Do you know that even if they reach 1,000, they'll tell you trip is 1,000, but it's just like 850.
Mm.
When the man pours them down, what you have as a balance now, if you are lucky, is like 600. So at the end of it, if you calculate well, you realize that you have actually bought the final brick you have used on site. You have actually bought it at around 1,000.
Yeah.
If you put also transport.
Yeah, that is true.
So someone with an environment will say, but I think we can do something else.
Mm.
That's why for me now, like I have decided to innovate, to impress some youth. I have now a machine that makes concrete blocks.
Yeah.
So that someone who has a dream of building your house, you will make the block today. After 3 days, you are even using it. You are using it, and actually, I have calculated the cost of a block is cheaper than the cost of a brick, because one, you use less, you have less time to wait for it to dry and you burn and what. Two, you use less mortar.
Yeah.
One bag of cement will construct times 3 of what you construct using these normal bricks. The labor also is cheaper. When it comes to plastering, you just put half inch, yet because it is actually straight.
Yeah.
You don't have these patch holes and whatever. So it's all about having an innovative mind, understanding that what is lacking.
And when you buy, they will not break.
This one, there is no breakage, there is no what. You just buy, everything is on site. It has to be used. What am I trying to say? You develop an innovative mind. See what is missing in the community.
And you solve that problem.
Solve that problem. See what is missing in the community. Solve that problem. As you solve it, you are creating a business for yourself. But this system of just going to school, studying, you have a degree, they always say, please make a project. People have got projects just for purposes of passing the exam.
Yeah.
I think that was the chance for someone to say, now they have told me to make a project, I must struggle and make sure I do a project that I'm going to implement after school. So that the challenge now you find in that project, you have the chance of your teacher, the tutor or lecturer now to advise you that I think here, do this. And if it is your real life project, you will love it and you will like it and you will implement it and you will move on.
Yeah.
But the problem, people study to pass exams and get good marks. That's the problem. So youth, my fellow, those who are still in the youth bracket, the Bible says, serve the Lord your God when you are still a youth. Because time will come when you are weak. Even the things you will do, you will stop doing them. You will be unable to do them. So utilize your youthful stage, your youthful age, by being so innovative. Do things not because you say others do them. Have innovative minds. You can start up your own thing. For me, when I started this hardware thing, I think hardware in the Uganda was basically for Indians.
Yeah.
People are saying Indians doing hardware business. Mzee Kidiri Juma had also tried it, though it was not well doing because the Indians were so big and muscular, and everyone was fearing them.
Yeah.
Because these people, I think this hardware thing is for Indians. But I was like, no, I think, much as I'm small,
Let me start.
We shall reach there. But today, we are competing with Indians.
Yeah.
We are competing. So there's no business of saying hardwares are for Indians now. No, other youth are coming. I'm happy. Papa Mirembe now is on board.
Yeah.
Mzee Kidid has picked up strongly. Now there is Isa Hudu. So you see, now the Indians, we are now suffocating the Indians.
Yeah.
Now we are returning back the business. And actually, people who are still supporting Indians, yet we have our own native businesses. Also, they are doing wrong.
And the prices are the same.
The prices are the same. The Indian, you are giving money to India, which far developed a longer time ago. We are actually over 30 years behind India in terms of development, but we are again still giving the little man who have back to India. This is the problem. And Uganda is actually not helping the youth. I'm sorry to mention this. Because now, how can a manufacturer go be at the same time a distributor and at the same time a retailer? This is where Ugandan government is messing it up. This is why our youth have no jobs. Because you realize that these Indians come in the name of investors.
Yeah.
They have their big brothers here who have opened up factories, iron sheets, making steel materials, iron bars and whatever. But again, they start giving these materials to their own brothers, cousins and whatever. Now again, to go back to the common man. So what gap are they leaving for Ugandans?
I saw in photo there an Indian running a very small shop for phones and just like a few TVs, just something very small.
Exactly.
Like, and this is
this is where Uganda is messing up.
Yeah.
Uganda is not controlling the chain of distribution.
Yeah.
Let investors come and remain at the industrial level. Then they should see the medium, the Ugandans now who are able. Let them make them distributors. Maybe that's why, like these companies, like the Bell, this of beer, for them they understand the chain of distribution. Like this, like Hima Cement, they understand the chain of distribution. They said people who are willing to be distributors, please come, and we engage you. If you have the capacity, we take you.
Supply.
But there are these ones. You realize the person from manufacturing is going directly to the last consumer. This is very bad. That means our youth will not have employment.
Yeah.
That's why I'm challenging the youth. This one may not be solved today or tomorrow. Hey, it is an issue of government. Our legislators are still adamant to see this. But now, we the youth will have to come up with innovative minds. Think something else. Think something else. Do something where no one will come and compete with you. Because you are now the manufacturer, you are now the one who's doing it, and so you will see that you deal directly with your customers, you will see how you transfer your customers, and you'll grow. But otherwise, if we think of jobs will come our way, I'm not seeing jobs. In the future, actually, my brother, I think in the next 10 years, I'm not seeing any job in Uganda. Yeah. Because the rate of retirement, someone will serve for 15 years on one job. 15 years. Actually, that is the lowest. Someone who can even serve for 30 years, still there.
And you find in 15 years, like every single year, the youth who have done that course, like you find every single year, universities are producing like 1,000 of them.
Over 1,000. All of them are qualifying, waiting for that one job, which someone is going to occupy for the rest for 30 years. Now, tell me.
Where the jobs come from?
Where the jobs come from? So let us think outside the box. We shall create our own jobs.
So one last message to the business community. How would you advise somebody who is running a business as per now or intending to start a business anytime soon?
Yeah, in the business, as a business community, those who are already in the business, we have to support one another and we cooperate. I came to learn that there are people who have opened up societies. They're like they join together hands so that if they go to buy, they will have a bargaining power.
Yeah.
They have a bargaining power. But for us in the individual and certain, we are still we have not come to that level.
Yeah.
Me, that's what I was looking at. That if Muramya Trading Company Limited is an agent of Hima Cement. Then the rest to be able to compete with the Indians who are also agents can use that chance and use Muramya, pass through him, get all of them, get the cement at the same price the Indian is getting.
Yeah.
Then you come down here and compete. We need that kind of cooperation. As long as we cooperate that way, we are able to reach there.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Baruch Murama Julius, for accepting to speak to us. Like I told you before, there are so many ways of supporting this channel. You can buy this t-shirt at only 30,000, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is just down there. Please just press the subscribe button, like, and also share this message with all the other people so that this message can move